Oh, there's a reason. Pause. There's a reason. Still challenging Joe Rogan to a fight in the greatest country of the cosmos, Booyah, Texas.
Has basically traveled from his residence to Austin. Yeah. And you don't have anything other books to meet with him or? No, I've never had communication with him. Okay. Awesome.
Awesome. And you have no idea. I have no idea why he would have any threats for me. And they weren't threats. A challenge. A fight. Come on. Drama king over here. Called you a king. Dinner. Mosh pit. Fight. Dinner. Fist bump pound.
Well guys, it looks like that we are back yet again, unfortunately with more of the Liver King progressively just losing his damn mind. And it has gotten significantly worse from the last time that we covered him. Because the last time that we did look at the Liver King, he was starting to show signs of just downright delusion again. And even though it wasn't as bad as last time when his dumbass got himself arrested, you could start to see some of the cracks forming again. And he did have some moments where he was just messing around on the deck. And during these little methy moments that he was having, he was going on some very goofy ass rants to where he was stating that he wanted to make Joe Rogan experience some pain that he's never experienced before. And it just had moments like this one right here.
I do want to fight him. I want to tear him in pieces. Reputation, ancestral honor, family, one word, reflexively fight for him, die for him, try harder every day for them. I will rip you to shreds with, dude, I want to introduce you to something you've never seen or felt.
But as you can see, it wasn't completely insane. It was crazy, don't get me wrong. The motherfucker has lost his mind, but he wasn't fully into the craziness and wasn't crawling around in the woods like last time. Now sadly, this has changed, and not only has he been promoting this little hoodie and is kind of grifting in a way and trying to make some money off of his downright delusion by selling the hoodie, and not only has he been continuing his little deck rants that just make absolutely no sense whatsoever, and is now being encouraged by people on boats driving by.
This make loving fun. Didn't even say a word, not one word. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing more of the doing. Less talking shit, more doing. Building. Liver King 5.0 evolved.
But it also appears that the Liver King 5.0 here has completed his transformation into a meth head and has now been sitting on his back deck where he has made a homemade fort and is doing arts and crafts inside of the fort while listening to voicemails of what I think is Joe Rogan talking to the police. And he has listened to these voicemails for like 3 days in a row on repeat while sitting here cutting out pictures of Joe Rogan's face and taping it to his fort, along with Seth Rogen, who I don't know if the Liver King thinks is related to Joe Rogan since they have the same last name or what, but apparently he's involved in this shit too now, and the Liver King is coming for both of them. And it all started with this first video right here, where he is displaying the voicemail along with his wall full of targets, while just staring into the camera every now and then with his one absurdly big pupil.
I have an exclusive interview. It's hosted by this man right here, Seth Rogen. I'm just going to get right into it.
Some terroristic threats are coming in from a online social media presence named Liver King. Are you familiar with those? Yeah. Okay, I'm aware. My security team alerted me to it, unfortunately. Okay. And, based off of kind of the searches, but...
It's me. I'm the social media.
How's that making you feel as far as what's being said? Well, it seems like he needs help with something wrong with the guy. Okay. And he definitely doesn't seem stable. You know? Yeah, it seems like, for whatever reason, he's threatening me. Okay.
Oh, there's a reason. Pause. There's a reason.
And that's just kind of where he ended the first post and the first day, where he didn't even explain the reason. He just said there was a reason, all mad, and just ended the video. And the man is definitely on some sort of watch list right now. But I do have to say one thing. You have to respect that he didn't just post any pictures of Joe Rogan. No, he went through and found pictures that were just goofy in general and that could be memes, and those are the ones that he decided to go with. I don't know if he did it for comedy or he just did it because he thought it made him look stupid and therefore made himself look better, but holy shit, is this just a mental collapse like none that I've seen before. And of course, as I said, this was the first one of multiple, and the next day he came back and kind of picked up where he left off and posted another video going on some rambling little rant about both Joe Rogan and Seth Rogen, and at some point he mentions a movie, and I honestly have no clue what the fuck he's talking about. All I know is, at this point, it seems that any Rogan will do for the Liver King. So it appears that both Joe and Seth are just not safe.
Whole family is invited. Okay, why? Because you talked about another man. It affected his reputation. I love that. Bring it on. Resistance, strength, better, stronger, evolve. But then they made a movie. They referenced you as a figurehead. Some people believe what you say. And by the way, I think you're mainly good and true, which is why I don't want to boycott you. Welcome to Texas. But I will fight you honorably, and then we're going to donate a bunch of money to do more good and true charity of my choosing, by the way. So what's happened is they made a movie, and then my family is received in a different way. A lesser version of them is received. A version that you helped to create that reputation, and that's a fake reputation, but still my family's affected. They're affected, they're treated, they're received in a lesser version than what they are. Family. I'll fight you for that. Fist bump pound. So you have no idea why. No idea. What else did you say about you? What did you say about the man on the podcast? And you have no idea. I have no idea why he would have any threats for me. And they weren't threats. A challenge. A fight. Come on. Drama king over here. Called you a king. No, I didn't make a threat about your family.
And yeah, he didn't make any threats about his family, but instead just made threats directly to Joe. And the only correct thing that he said in that entire little rambling that he went on was Drama King, because he is being this dramatic and insane over Joe simply stating that he used steroids, which the Liver King definitely did. You don't look like this without using any type of steroids. And I don't know what number tenet it is for seeking help or taking some sort of medication for your delusion, but the guy seriously needs help at this point, because he's not only a danger to himself now, but he's also a danger to society, because who knows when he's gonna go on another trip to go after one of these people that he's posted on his wall. And he decided that these weren't enough, and he posted his longest video yet on the third day, where he decided to play the voicemail in full that he's been listening to over and over again, before starting up another little rant that made absolutely no sense.
Yeah, he's about to tell you it's a big one.
Not really that I can think of. Okay.
But you just thought of it.
The guy's a mess, obviously. He needs some help. Gotcha. Or needs to be arrested or whatever. I don't know. I don't know him. It's the weirdest part about this is like he seems to think that we have some sort of a problem with each other. I just know I might have brought him up a couple of times in the podcast, but okay. And I'm not saying I'm up at all. And it sounds like he has basically traveled from his residence to Austin. Yeah. And you don't have anything other than with him or... No, I've never had communication with him. Okay. Awesome. Well,
Awesome.
That's pretty much all I have for you.
Watch this, how they get off the phone.
Conversation, the recording. Okay. All right, well, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Bye.
Bye. So gentle, so fragile. Do yourself a favor. If you get off the phone like that, just don't ever do it again from now until infinity unless otherwise spoken. So that's what's happening. Still challenging Joe Rogan to a fight in the greatest country of the cosmos. Booyah, Texas. It's a friendly state. You're new to Texas. I'm a Texan. And I'm a proud Texan. Dinner, mosh pit, fight, dinner, fist bump pound. What's good and true? Big bully, When you get into a position and people start to believe you and you have leverage and you have influence, you're an influencer. Joe, you're an influencer. Mainly good and true. You like liver, sun, fun stuff, the 12 ancestral tenets, you do all of them. You preach all of them, which is why I don't want to boycott you, because you net profitability, good and true. You net that. That's good and true. But what you did is when you talk shit about another man, and that man is me, I'll tell you why. It's stronger than time. It's a principle. Fist bump pound, I lock it down. It's family. Family. Okay. You can't run forever. You're gonna eventually have to say something. Oh, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. Freedom of speech, we say, but we don't really do. Really? That's weird. Charlatans we are. Fist bump pound, what do? Lock fun down, y'all.
And yeah, there you have it. He ends the video by pretending that his phone is an airplane, like a little kid playing with a toy, after getting mad about the way that Joe said bye because apparently it's beta and it's weak, even though he's doing one of the weakest things I have ever seen, which is sitting out in his wooden crack house back there with just a bunch of pictures taped to the wall and going on rants. But of course, he is yet again trying to fight Joe by any means necessary. And after this, he pretty much just sat there and responded to a bunch of comments where one person stated that the 13th ancestral tenet is therapy, and he just goes, never heard of her. And one person actually put a really heartfelt comment where he stated that, brother, you've worked so hard to build a brand and great products. This is destroying everything you've worked for. Please drop it and focus on ancestral tenets and who you are. Family comes first, business second, nothing else matters. And the Liver King, instead of just responding normal, he made this shit into an entire post where he posted his little hoodie in the background and just put the words Joe Rogan on it before ranting about the 8th ancestral tenet, which is fight. And then he goes, why fight? Family. And then just says happy Thanksgiving. And he's also responded with other just goofy messages like this one right here, where he goes, read post message, obsessed, responding, yes, why, family. Happy Thanksgiving, Primal. So he is clearly in the Thanksgiving mindset, and I guess the only thing that could make it better is if he got his hands on good old Joe Rogan. And as you can tell, he is only getting worse, and someone needs to take him off social media and actually get him help, because it's just getting more and more ridiculous, and he's just becoming a complete embarrassment for his family, if anything. But with that said, I just had to cover it, because this guy is just on some insane methy levels and is just losing his mind. But if you enjoyed, please drop a sub and a like and join the Saints Mafia, where we are flaming all of these grifting alpha males nonstop. And I'm out. Watching the Liver King continue his obsession. In peace.
Holy shit! There's free Wi-Fi out here. The password is "fuck you, Seth Rogen!" Exclamation mark at the end. Fist bump pound. What do we do? Calm the fuck down.